fights, fights, betrayal, more fights, and some more explanation of Tao is utilized in this volume of Jigokuraku Hell's Paradise. Volume number 8, I believe we're on. And we get rid of another one of the Tensen, Ron, who, well, I don't quite remember how to say it, but basically he utilized the immortality of constantly working out. Because doing that basically gives you a type of immortality. Rather, just working out does, I guess. But I think it's in conjunction with the constant use of Tan in order to keep their bodies from going into arborification. Because I do believe that at some point their bodies can enter into arborification. And I think that's right after they go into their, I'll call it their monster mode. Alright? They go into that mode, then right afterwards they become incredibly weak, and their use of Tao is also weakened to an extent. And so they're much more vulnerable. They end up regenerating a lot slower, regardless if they're tendon or tendem or what the hell it's called. Basically the core of the plant, the heart of the plant, that is, if that's intact or not. And so both Gabimaru and Yuzuriha finally bring Ran down, and after bringing him down, Yuzuriha basically covers up all of her wounds and dies. And that whole notion about like her having a little sister was actually true. You know, so she actually did have something that she was trying to live and fight for. That whole shtick of her being her own person and her not caring about others actually wasn't true at all. She cared a lot. And whether she wanted to admit it or not, she did care about the rest of them. About this ragtag group of criminals and Asaemon that came together in order to overthrow a dictatorship of plants, if you will. So, that's all done. Gabimaru went ahead. I don't quite remember where Gabimaru was headed towards. I think he's headed towards where Sagiri and Mai are at. And they're right in front of the Rentan Sanctum, which I believe that is the location where the elixir of life is being held. Now, going on over to where we see Fuchi, Toma, and Gantetsu face off against Chobe, Jufa, and Taofa. I believe that's their names. Alright, in the Bochu Jutsu Sanctum. Basically, the sex sanctum. Because there's no better way of actually saying that. But then again, Bochu Jutsu, that's something you could like say to somebody. You say out in public, be like, "Hey, we gotta do Bochu Jutsu tonight." Yeah, sure, why not? And other people are like, "What's Bochu Jutsu? What the hell's that?" Oh, maybe it's a workout thing they're doing. Oh yeah, we're working out, Sorry. So yeah, so Toma is like, okay, he kind of hesitant at first, but then Gantetsu is like, yeah, you know what, go over. Who cares? It'd be 2 against 4, But the moment Toma walks up to his brother, he smiles, his brother smiles, and they fucking turn on the 2 Tensens. Just straight up, just turn on them, and then it becomes basically a 4 against 2, what it becomes. And so, Choze, how he spent his entire life, the fact that, he adapts. He adapts to any situation that he's put into, and the only thing he cares about is the safety of his brother. And, at first, I was like, okay, I'm really hoping that he doesn't side with Tensen and fuck, I was right. I figured that, at some point in time, he would want to take down one of the Tensen. Or that, I think it's Tal Fa, that they fought a few volumes ago, and both him and Toma got wrecked. But then after, getting out of that pit, they kind of fought somebody else. It was Ryan or Rien or some shit like that, I think. Not quite certain about that. But after that was when he was invited over to Horai and ended up doing Bosho Jutsu with that one Tensen, who I think was named Rien, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Oh, here's another thing too, okay? So, the reason why some humans enter in amorphication if they take in Tan is all due to how their Tao reacts. Or at least that's how I understood it. But, here's the thing. If you're on death's door, then you're not thinking of how your Tao's going to react, and you become more susceptible to the Tan, which basically gives you abilities and power kind of like the Tensen. So now, as we know, Choze can regenerate his body like the Tensen can, and now Gabimaru can do the same exact thing. Now I think Choze's is a lot swifter, a lot quicker to do, while Gabimaru is still getting used to how his work. The four split the fight against these two Tensen, and apparently these two Tensen are two sides of the same coin. Basically, we can look at them as being a quarter. You can look at Talfa being heads and Jufa being tails and such. Now, what's crazy about this, okay, is that Toma and Choze, they work as if they're fighting as one, as if they were two people split into. As if they were one person split into two people. Okay, that's how these two fight, and it makes a lot of sense considering the fact that these two brothers have been in dire straight situations since they were little kids. So it's only natural to see that, how they're going to act. Now, with Gantetsu and Fuchi against Jufa, they're getting their ass kicked for a while. But Gantetsu eventually, came to experience Tao, and by basically losing his sight for a second, he actually got the gist of how to feel for it. And now Gantetsu-sai can use Tao. Fuchi can also use Tao as well, to an extent. And it seems right before, both sides, because both these fights are essentially happening at the same time, right before they can deliver the killing blow to both these Tensen come together, become one, and they turn into this big-ass monster mode. And now it's going to take the combined efforts of Choze, Toma, Yamada Asaemon, Fuchi, and Gantetsu-sai. Can take all of these motherfuckers together just to take down this big bad fucking boss. And we still haven't seen how shit's gonna end with Shion and Nurugai versus their Tensen, who I don't quite remember the name of at the moment, but I know it's the same Tensen that they quote unquote fought way back in volumes 2 or 3. So yeah, shit is getting fucking epic, and since last volume was massive info dump, this one being more so a action-based volume was a nice breather and also a nice welcome too. Alright, with that being said, what do you guys think of of Jigokuraku Hell's Paradise Volume 8. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you'd be so kind, please give this review a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon, that way you'll know when I put out another video. Alright, I will chat with you guys later.